So by all accounts, a big night ahead. President Cyril Ramaphosa set to reshuffle his cabinet. And as you've heard, speculation has been boiling about who will come in, and the swearing in of some of the MPs earlier today also got many people talking. But let's take you live to the Union buildings now, where Presidency spokesperson Vincent Magwenya is addressing the media.
About the changes in the President's cabinet, so let's not read too much into the delay.
But he has had plenty of time to cross those T's. Why leave it to the last minute? Why communicate 7 o'clock, change it? It's become a habit for him to have this set time and then postpone.
No, we had anticipated that by now all the processes will have been concluded, but they have not been concluded. But as I said, let's not read too much into it. Let's just be settled on the fact that there will be an announcement made by this evening.
Can we be a bit more confident this time around that 8 o'clock will be 8 o'clock, not 8:30?
Let's be confident that the President will announce his reconfigured cabinet.
What about the swearing-in process? We know it has to take place the day after. Where's it taking place? Will that happen almost immediately? At
this stage, we're looking at Cape Town. We'll confirm the time and advise you guys tomorrow, but we're looking at Cape Town at this stage because there are a couple of or several cabinet committees that are meeting in Cape Town tomorrow. So we'll issue an advisory in time for you guys to be able to attend the event.
SARS says there was no declaration of the Phala dollars. How do you respond to that? Because clearly it's a blow. Is he going to account and respond tonight after announcing changes to his executive?
No, it's not a blow, Pamanda. The obligation to declare foreign currency when arriving into the country belongs to the person that's carrying the foreign currency. So the buyer had the obligation to declare the foreign currency, not the management of the farm. So let's not take that issue out of context. It was for the buyer to declare that money on arrival in the country.
How worried is the President that this kind of story keeps developing, it keeps growing new legs, so to speak, especially when he tries to clean up, as he says, but he gets somehow embroiled in this? Because as much as you speak about the buyer, the fact of the matter is it's the President that people are worried about.
No, the President is not worried. I think what's encouraging here is that processes or investigations are ongoing. The mere fact that this information could come out talks to levels of transparency within our governance and democratic system. And so there's nothing to worry about, because the mere fact that a buyer did not declare his foreign currency does not in any case implicate the President in that exercise or in that conduct. So there's nothing to worry about. He's encouraged that the investigations are ongoing, and hopefully soon the investigations will be concluded and we can put the matter behind us.
How concerned are you about the waning confidence that South Africans have in the President in terms of his integrity, whether we're talking about this money, the foreign currency at Phala, or even the fact that the President had flew, but he delayed this announcement and he still went to an auction on Friday night? It seems like he just doesn't care about the citizenry.
So let me separate the issues. Let's start with the cold, not the flu. There was never a delay of any announcement because we hadn't confirmed that there will be an announcement. He had a cold. He made a brief stop to greet guests at an event that was scheduled a while back. He didn't attend the auction, so there's no relation between the cold and the announcement, because there was never a set date for that announcement until we announced it yesterday and confirmed that it will happen today. Secondly, your question around waning confidence. Look, we understand, the President appreciates that there's a lot of frustration and a lot of unhappiness as a result of load shedding, as a result of many challenges that we are facing as a country. So we understand the criticism. The President appreciates that the buck stops with him. However, our experience is that there's still a lot of confidence in the President. There's still a lot of confidence in the President's ability and capacity to lead this administration and pull us out of these challenges. And that confidence is not just based on perception. It's based on plans that have been announced on energy. For example, the Energy Action Plan, the State of the Nation address gave details in terms of what needs to be done and what will be done in solving some of these challenges. So there's still confidence. It depends who you talk to where, but broadly, the frustration that has been expressed by citizens is well understood and appreciated.
Stage 5 load shedding, surely it's something that will concern the president as he's about to announce the Minister of Electricity. We are talking about too many socio-economic challenges in the country. You say the president understands the frustration, but he seems to be very slow in acting, whereas South Africans are facing unemployment, violent crime. The country has been grey listed. Will this cabinet, the new cabinet that he will announce, be able to move with speed in terms of service delivery provision for the people of South Africa?
The new cabinet or new members of cabinet will be expected, alongside their colleagues that they will find in cabinet, to hit the ground running, to be seized with all of these challenges. You talk about stage 5 load shedding. It still remains a fact that these high levels of load shedding are as a result of unplanned outages at Eskom. There is intense amount of work that's being done to ensure that Eskom plants are fixed, and now that we're going to have the Minister of Electricity, what the President will announce also some of the powers that will be granted to that minister. And so the nation will have a sense of what is going to happen in resolving the challenge of load shedding.
There's a report, and in fact an ANC member in the Northwest who opened a case of perjury against the potential or would-be deputy president of the country, Paul Mashatile. Has the president perhaps taken into consideration the fact that his would-be deputy president may have lied under oath? In fact, Mr. Mashatile has admitted that he's made an error when it came to that affidavit he submitted ahead of the Northwest conference.
I don't know who's going to be deputy president. Honestly, I don't. We'll have to wait for the announcement to be made and for that to be confirmed. And if that's indeed the name, we can only discuss that issue then.
Mr. Magwenya, there were reports that some of the ministers would have resigned by the time the president announces changes to the cabinet. I know outgoing Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula was definitely going to resign. Are there any resignations that have landed at the desk of the president?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of any resignations. Mr. Mbalula's resignation was expected, right, following the outcome of the governing party's conference last year.
Well, thank you very much. There was Vincent Magwenya there, the presidential spokesperson, giving us an update really on why the delay of the president. He just said there are certain processes that they were just sorting out.
Mzwandile, thanks for that. That's so interesting, though. But isn't it also interesting and curious that he wouldn't commit when you pressed him about the timing of that delivery? He said by this evening. He seems to be vague. How convinced are we? A lot of people just waiting with their popcorn in hand, those who still have power, for that address to happen at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Is it going to?
Well, let's hope it's going to. We can only hope, based on the statement.
All right. Mzwandile, that vagueness is certainly contagious there by the Union buildings. Thank you very much for that. We will cross back live to you towards the top of the hour, and as we creep up to the 8 o'clock hour, when we will bring, hopefully, that announcement live to you from the Union buildings.
I can tell you now, I've checked the app. At 8 p.m., I will not have power. So chances of watching, for me, high, because I'll be on the SABC
we'll just
Plus
sit in our
app.
cars, B.
I'll just be on the SABC Plus app, which is fine. But what about others?
Yeah.